Are you absolutely kidding me right now? WWE just pulled off the most insane backstage politics move that has me questioning everything I thought I knew about this company. 3 minutes ago, and I mean literally 3 minutes ago, Tama Tonga made his shocking return to SmackDown. But here's the kicker that's going to make your blood boil. He didn't come alone, and what happened next is going to change everything you think you know about the Judgment Day's future. But before I expose this absolute betrayal that just went down, tell me this in the comments: did you see this coming, or are you just as blindsided as Damian Priest was when he got absolutely ambushed tonight? Because what I'm about to reveal is going to make you question whether WWE creative has completely lost their minds or if this is the most brilliant long-term storytelling we've seen in years. Listen up, Wrestling Zone family, because what just transpired on SmackDown is either going to be remembered as one of the greatest plot twists in recent WWE history, or the moment when creative officially jumped the shark. Tama Tonga's return wasn't just unexpected, it was a calculated assault on everything the Judgment Day has built over the past year. Picture this scene: Damian Priest is backstage, probably thinking he's having a normal Tuesday night, when suddenly the corridor goes dead silent. You know that eerie silence that happens right before chaos erupts? That's exactly what we got. Then, out of nowhere, footsteps echoing like something out of a horror movie, and there he is, Tama Tonga, looking like he's been training for war during his absence. But here's where things get absolutely insane, and I need you to pay attention because this detail changes everything. Jacob Fatu was right there beside him. Not behind him, not following him, but standing as his equal. These two Samoan powerhouses looked like they'd been planning this moment for months, and Damian Priest's face told the entire story. You could literally see the color drain from his face as he realized he was completely outnumbered and outgunned. Now, let me ask you something in the comments below: do you think this was always the plan, or did WWE audible this storyline because of fan reactions? Because the way these two moved in perfect synchronization suggests this has been brewing behind the scenes for way longer than any of us realized. The confrontation itself was pure electricity. Tama Tonga didn't waste time with pleasantries or explanations. He got right in Priest's face and delivered what might be the most intense promo we've heard all year. He basically called out the Judgment Day for becoming soft, for losing their edge, and for forgetting what it means to be truly dangerous in this business. But Jacob Fatu's presence added this layer of intimidation that was absolutely suffocating. Here's what's really getting under my skin though, and tell me if you agree in the comments: Damian Priest looked completely unprepared for this confrontation. For someone who's supposed to be one of the top guys in the Judgment Day, he seemed caught completely off guard. Was this intentional storytelling to show cracks in the faction, or does this expose that Priest isn't the leader material WWE wants us to believe he is? The visual alone was incredible. You had Tama Tonga, who's been away rebuilding himself, looking absolutely jacked and ready for war. Then there's Jacob Fatu, who's always been this unstoppable force, creating this wall of Samoan destruction. And poor Damian Priest, standing there like he just realized he brought a knife to a nuclear war. But here's the part that's going to make you furious with WWE creative: they cut away right when things were getting good. Right when it looked like Tama was about to reveal why he disappeared and what this partnership with Jacob Fatu actually means, we got a commercial break. Are you serious right now? This is exactly the kind of interruption that kills momentum and leaves fans frustrated. Quick question for the Wrestling Zone Army: drop a comment and let me know, are you more excited about Tama Tonga's return, or are you more intrigued by seeing him aligned with Jacob Fatu? Because this partnership could literally reshape the entire landscape of SmackDown. The implications of this return are staggering. First, it completely changes the power dynamic within the Judgment Day. Damian Priest has been trying to establish himself as the leader since Finn Balor's been dealing with his own issues, but now he's facing a threat that's both internal and external. Tama Tonga isn't just some random challenger, he has history with these guys, and history in WWE always comes back to bite people. Second, Jacob Fatu's involvement suggests this isn't just about personal grudges. This looks like the beginning of a full-scale war. Fatu doesn't align himself with people casually. When he chooses a side, it's because he sees an opportunity to dominate, and having him backing Tama Tonga sends a clear message to everyone on the roster: things are about to get brutal. Now, I need to address something that's been bothering me, and I want your honest opinion in the comments. Doesn't this feel like WWE's response to fans complaining that the Judgment Day has become too predictable? Because let's be real, they've been coasting on the same formula for months now. Finn leads, Priest enforces, Dominic whines, and Rhea intimidates. It was getting stale, but this Tama Tonga return with Jacob Fatu backing him up, this feels like a complete game changer. These are two guys who don't just talk tough, they are tough. They bring that legitimate Samoan warrior mentality that makes every confrontation feel like it could explode into real violence at any second. The timing couldn't be more perfect either. With WrestleMania season approaching, WWE needed something to shake up the status quo. Having Tama Tonga return with such a powerful ally creates instant storyline possibilities. Will this split the Judgment Day? Will other members have to choose sides? Is this the beginning of the end for the faction as we know it? Here's my controversial take, and I want you to roast me in the comments if you disagree. I think Damian Priest looked weak in this confrontation. For someone who's supposed to be this intimidating enforcer, he seemed genuinely shook by Tama's presence. A true leader would have stood his ground, maybe even thrown the first punch, but instead, Priest looked like he was calculating escape routes. The production quality of this segment was absolutely phenomenal though. The lighting, the camera angles, even the way they used shadows to make Tama and Jacob look more menacing, everything was perfectly executed to create maximum impact. This is the kind of cinematic storytelling that WWE does better than anyone else in the wrestling business. But let's talk about what this means moving forward. Tama Tonga isn't just back, he's back with a vengeance and the muscle to back up his threats. Jacob Fatu's presence eliminates any numerical advantage the Judgment Day might have had. This is going to force them to either unite stronger than ever or completely implode under the pressure. One more question for you wrestling experts in the comments: do you think this is setting up a War Games match? Because the faction warfare vibes are absolutely intense right now, and having two powerhouse teams going at it in that demonic structure would be absolutely insane. The psychological warfare aspect of this return cannot be understated. Tama Tonga didn't just show up, he showed up when Damian Priest was isolated, vulnerable, and unprepared. That's strategic thinking right there. He's not just looking for a fight, he's looking to systematically dismantle everything the Judgment Day represents. This return officially puts everyone on notice that SmackDown just became the most dangerous show in WWE. When you have warriors like Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu hunting together, nobody is safe. The entire locker room better start watching their backs because this storm is just getting started. Closing call to action *** Wrestling Zone family, this return changes everything. Drop a comment right now and tell me, are you team Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu, or are you still riding with the Judgment Day? And more importantly, who do you think is going to survive this war when the dust settles? Smash that like button if this return caught you completely off guard. Subscribe for more breaking wrestling analysis, and hit that notification bell because with storylines this explosive, you don't want to miss a single update. This is just the beginning, and trust me, what comes next is going to be absolutely insane.